As of noon Eastern Time today, 25,000 of us will be on strike for a better future.
More auto workers walked off the job this afternoon. The UAW added Ford plants in Chicago and a GM plant in Lansing, Michigan to the union strike that started 2 weeks ago. That's now 41 facilities in 21 states. For now, Ford's 2 Louisville plants are still running, as well as GM's Corvette plant in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So let's bring in WDRB business reporter Chris Otts to unpack the latest moves in this picket. Chris, the union continues to turn up the heat on automakers, but apparently also making some progress. So what are they saying about where things stand now?
Well, they're not really close to a deal with any of the car makers. It looked like they might have been moving in that direction with Ford, but things have sort of slowed down or even taken a step back. But this incremental approach of turning up the heat, the kind of frog in the boiling water approach that the union is taking, the union president feels that they are getting results from that. Here's what he said earlier.
Our strategy is working. As the President of the United States recently put it, UAW members saved the automobile industry back in 2008 when we made a lot of sacrifices. We gave up a lot, and the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well, and guess what? We should be doing incredibly well too.
Chris, we know the big question locally is Ford. 12,000 union employees between 2 different plants here. Wasn't the union making some progress though with Ford? That's what we had heard last week.
They
now
were,
things
but
slowing?
Yeah, they are slowing, and things have sort of taken a step back here, it seems. You know, Ford did their own media event with the media earlier today, which they have not done, and the Ford CEO said that it's actually the electric vehicle battery plants that are holding up these negotiations. He used the term holding hostage these negotiations. Interesting, because those EV plants are not formally part of these talks here. And he added that there's a lot of concern, obviously, about the transition to electric vehicles, but that auto workers worrying about their jobs is not necessarily a founded concern. Here's what he said.
If you're pulling a fifth wheel in Montana with a Super Duty, you're not going to be buying an electric car anytime soon. So our powertrains, our Broncos, our Super Duties, our F-150s, our hybrid powertrains, those vehicles are really popular. And even if we grow the EV, or when we grow the EV business, it's not going to be at the sacrifice of our internal combustion work statement in our powertrain plants.
Now, Gil, there's a lot of questions about what was just claimed there, because we know it's an indisputable fact. Electric vehicles are mechanically simpler. They do not require as many people to make. The Ford CEO himself said last year that about 40% fewer workers are needed in the electric car overall production process than in a traditional gas-powered car, right? Yeah. So the workers do have these concerns, and I'm hoping to hear more and be able to follow up with Ford about what exactly they mean about there not being a job cost in this transition. And that, of course, is a big issue for the UAW in these negotiations, protecting the jobs that they have.
Yeah, not just this picket's not just about the pay and benefits right now, but what does the work look like in the future?
Yes, absolutely.
We know that you'll keep following this. Keep doing it, my friend. Your latest articles now on WDRB.com.